And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at the newest Dice Master set, which is Avengers Infinity Gauntlet, a year after Endgame. But anyhow, this set comes in draft packs, which include 8 characters. You get 2 dice and 8 random characters. So I've opened up a whole box here of draft packs. I've actually played the draft version of the game, in which you draft back and forth and picking the different characters and dice, and it's possible to get multiple dice for the same character. I mean, you're going to have at least 2, but you could get up to 4, whatever, and play through it. So if you've never played Dice Masters before, you can watch my review for that. This is for those who like Dice Masters and want to see sort of what's in this set. Obviously, I didn't get everything here, but I got a good chunk of it. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's first take a look at the action cards. In the different packs that I opened, I got 15, which is more than is normal to a set. There's normally just 10 that are included in the set. And so you can see all these different cards. Now, I'm not at the point now where I know if cards are duplicates. Like this one here, draw and roll 2 dice, I know I've seen that one before. And I'm pretty sure the pizza card here, for example, is the same pizza card that came in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. But there's lots of different cards here that are included, and I'm just kind of showing these off here. There's a lot of cheap ones, by the way, a lot of 2-cost ones in this set, which I found to be unusual. But like I said, there was 15 of them. Now, when we look at the cards in this set, the number one thing that I've seen in this set is actually not necessarily a new keyword, but things that say when fielded. Now, this is not anything new. There's cards that have done it before, but there is a ton. So here, when fielded, you can purchase a character with the printed purchase cost of 3 or less for free, which, by the way, is pretty awesome, and this is like my 11th favorite card in the set, although there's only a 1 out of 6 chance of it happening. Not to mention Tombstone being an 8/6 for cost 5 seems pretty powerful. I really like Tombstone here. Maybe he should have been in my top 10. You know, when fielded, deal damage equal to his attack to a target opponent's character or die. So there is quite a few cards here that have to do with when fielded. Nebula does 3 damage. Hela has 2 of the when fielded cards. And again, when I went through the distribution, there's a lot of characters that I only got 1 of, even after opening up a whole box of this stuff. Hey, look, it's Black Widow, who costs 2 again. But this one, when fielded, deals 1 damage to 1 target. Corvus Glaive, Ebony Maw has a couple when fielded cards. Ghost Rider, Black Dwarf. So, like I said, when fielded, one of the biggest things in this set. After when fielded, the new main keyword that's on everything is energize. Energize is something that goes off when you roll the double energy things here. So, for example, here, when you energize Thanos, target character gets +1 attack. Here, when you energize, you move target character from your field zone to your reserve pool. So, these are just different things that will happen when you roll the energize. Here, you can do 2 damage to a target die. Here, you gain 2 life, which is actually pretty cool here for Iron Man. So you have to decide, when you roll these, the energize thing is pretty good if you think about it, because not only are you getting 2 energy to spend, but you also are able to get basically an extra special ability. If you think about it, it's almost as if the energize just is another asterisk on these dice. So in fact, I am a little surprised. I guess they have the asterisk on the die for other things. I'm just surprised they didn't put the asterisk on them and then just do that. But that probably would mess up how the rest of the game goes. The game, unfortunately, comes, well, not unfortunately, I guess, but there's several cards that are very tied to other specific cards. Like here's a Wong card tied with Doctor Strange. Here's Iron Man, who prevents damage from villains. Drax is free to feel if you have another Infinity Stone type character. And Black Panther here. When you are blocked by at least 1 non-pawn, non-Avenger character die, she gains Overcrush. That's very, very specific. But these are in the game. Then there's other types of things. We got Rush, where if you draw the die during your clear and draw step, you can roll it. We have Recruit. Recruit's kind of neat. Recruit, I think this is the first set that I've seen it in, but I'm anyway, when you damage an opponent with combat damage, you can move a die that matches what's listed here from your use pile, reserve pool, or prep area into the field zone on its level 1. So that's kind of cool, actually. I like that, he can recruit a Guardian of the Galaxy, recruit X, and then Groot can recruit Rocket Raccoon. And here we have some Intimidate cards. Regenerate, when they're KO'd, you bring them back. And you can see, again, some more of the different characters that are in this set. And then we also have Infiltrate and Awaken. So just some different special abilities that are in this set. Then there is a whole pile of just normal characters. So I'm just going to show them off to just show you some of the other characters that I got in this set. There's always the blank characters here. This Pip. I don't know why, like this specific Pip, I don't know why you would ever use him. I don't see the advantage of him at all, especially since his level 0 costs 1 to put out. I guess he's free to put out a 2/2, but like here for 3, I get Ms. Marvel, who's a 6/6, or Corvus Glade, well, he's a 3/1. I don't know. I'd rather have somebody who has some sort of special power, like Wong here. Just seems better than Pip. But anyway. There's a lot of characters in this set. I didn't go through and count the number of different characters, but there certainly is a lot of Infinity Stone stuff in here, and a lot of the newer characters in the game. Some characters I never even heard of. I guess Iron Lad is in the Marvel Universe, but I don't know exactly who he is. I don't know if Kang's been in the set before, but hey, we got Hulk. So these are the different cards that are in the set. All right, let's look at my personal favorite 10 cards. Number 10, Captain Marvel here. Her Energize, if you do it, you re-roll all opposing character dice. Super powerful. Of course, she costs 7, so that's why it's my number 10. It's pretty expensive to get to this point, but man, just that ability is really cool, and she just comes in and you can wipe out your opponent to some degree. Sandman, also, when he's active, when your opponent feels a level 3, Sandman goes to level 3. Now, his level 3 is not that powerful. It's a 3/3. But I like the fact that happens. I just think it's a cool ability. Number 8, Thanos. When he KOs an opposing die, puts it in the use pile. He's actually not the only person to do this. Hulk, the unchecked anger card, can do it too. But Hulk only does it on a couple sides of the die, while Thanos does it just period. Proxima Midnight. I can target a Proxima Midnight character, a non-Proxima Midnight character, so basically anybody, and they get +2 attack and Overcrush. Really good support character. I really like putting her on there with someone who has a strong strength to give that person Overcrush. That's neat. Loki, when you spin him up, he always goes to level 3. That's neat. Also, Awaken, deal 1 damage to target character and ignore its text until the end of the turn. A good combo, but of course you pay for that with him costing 5. Then I mentioned all those when fielded. My number 5 character in this set, Angela, when she's active, ignore your opponent's when fielded abilities. I like that. That's fun. Now, she's probably less useful outside this set, but in this set, a lot going on. Number 4, Black Panther. When fielded, your opponent must pay an energy or a life for each blocker they declare this turn. That's really cool. It's really annoying to your opponent, too. Number 3, Gamora, Genius Trainer. She's deadly, so she'll KO any dice that fight against her. And Energize, she gives another character +2 attack. That's a pretty good thing for 4 character. But better than her sister, in my number 2 spot, Nebula. When she's active, if your opponent draws and rolls more than 4 dice during their clear and draw step, they lose 2 life. And you can make that happen by KOing some of their dice. And my favorite card in this set is, hey, I was talking trash about Pip the Troll, but here, when he's active, your opponents pay 1 more to use each global ability. I hate global abilities in this game, so yes, making them pay 1 more essentially knocks global abilities out, I guess. I guess you could still get them done, but I might play with Pip the Troll just so I don't have to watch what global abilities are going on. That's why he's my favorite card. So, talking about the components, it comes with a keyword and symbols, and of course, WizKids just tells you a few of the keywords, but at least they tell you most of them that are in here. Although, I think it's funny, there's a call out whole paragraph here. I haven't got a character with call out. A lot of recruits, rush, and energize, but they don't talk about some of the other special abilities. Like, I don't know, it's just weird to me that they pick and choose this. these are the dice for the game. I would say they're good most of all. This one here in particular is a little hard to read, but most of them are pretty easy to read. They're getting away from doing too many of the translucent dice. Some of the dice are cooler than others. I don't know. They're fine. I don't know how many colors of dice there are now, but there certainly is a lot of them. I am not a fan at all of the text in this particular set and the background. I've never been a big fan of the foil cards because they're hard to read, but that's just me, I think. But when it comes to reading these, I found that reading this text is really difficult. Whatever font they use here with the stuff, and maybe this has been a problem in the past, and maybe I'm just having a harder time reading these days, but I just found that in this particular set, I noticed it more. I really try in my Dice Masters reviews not to show any Dice Master fatigue, because there is a lot of Dice Master stuff out at this point where I can't keep track. Like I said, I don't know which basic characters. I don't know which of these characters are new or not. I mean, obviously, I know Black Widow and Loki and Thanos have shown up in sets before, but you know, there's a lot going on. I can only go by the new stuff that's in these and the different characters that I like. I like the energized stuff. I like the set in general. I like draft packs a lot, actually. A draft pack is not the same as a starter set, although it's very similar. The draft packs, I actually think I like them better. Yes, I know they're randomized, but when you buy those starter packs, you essentially have to buy 2 starter packs to get 4 dice. With a draft pack, I feel there's more interesting things back and forth. Now, once you're done drafting with it, you can still, I mean, I have a ton of cards here, a ton of dice. So, at the end of the day, the only people watching this video are people who really like Dice Masters and are interested in seeing what the new set's like. Cool characters, new stuff. I don't feel like they're being too off the board, and it is just kind of a video to show you what I liked and didn't like, and of course my 10 favorite cards, which I like doing. You know, so if you also like this set, maybe you can post some comments below and tell people what you enjoyed. I still am enjoying Dice Masters. I still think it's a fun game. Is it overwhelming tsunami number of characters at this point? For sure. But hey, they still make a game that I really enjoy a lot. And I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Dice Tower Judgment approved.